Hi everyone, it's Nicole. Welcome back to my channel and another paper crafting video tutorial. Today I have some noted planner cards. Now these could be used for card making, planners, scrapbooking, anything like that, but I was super inspired by the brand new Simon Says Stamp Noted Stamp and Die set to create some of my own little library cards. I even like these for things like December Daily or A Day in the Life or Project Life, anything like that. You can make your own cards for journaling. I think they would be super sweet on the front of a card. Anything like that. Maybe even little lunchbox notes for kiddos. I just think this is a really super fun stamp set. So what I did is I am actually taking some 4 1/4 by 5.5 inch panels. That's just kind of what worked for me, but you could take a bigger sheet of cardstock, and I am cutting a whole bunch of these little lined, like, planner cards, basically is what I'm calling them. And they are the noted cards. And what I'm doing is I'm going to die cut a bunch of these, but I'm going to keep my negative because I think it's going to be very helpful when stamping the lined image. So once I have all my little cards, I'm going to place that back in my MISTI. Now, I'm going to tell you, I wish I would have switched out my sticky mat. This one has lost all of its sticky pretty much, and so it wasn't working as good as a new one. So that was kind of dumb on my part, but it's still going to work just fine. And what I want to do is I want to create, of course, a rainbow of planner note cards. So while I am going to call these my noted planner cards, know that you can take these then and pop them on a card front. If you have a library card little pocket, it would be super sweet to pop this on the front of a card, kind of as an interactive element, all kinds of fun little things like that. Now I want to make my note cards really detailed, almost like a pre-made little planner card that you would buy. That was my goal when creating these cards, and you can do it easily with the noted stamp set. So I'm going to take like a light shade, or maybe, did I take light or medium? Maybe it was even the darker shade. I used the darkest shade, I guess, for the outline, and I'm going to stamp the outline for each of these cards. Now, because I want to do them all in a different color, it is going to take a little bit more effort just to clean it off and then stamp each one. So I went ahead and kind of did that part off camera and stamped the lines for each of the card. Actually, I didn't intend it for it to be off camera. Truth be told, my camera turned off and I didn't know it. That's awesome. Next, I am taking this beautiful Summer Bouquet stencil. It is a great, big, beautiful stencil, and I am stenciling on just a portion of this with a tone-on-tone effect for my cards. Look at that beautiful rainbow of cards. I'm going to do that on each, and again, switching color for each card. Does take a little bit more work, but you guys, I literally had all of these done in an hour and a half. Tops. And that was with having to correct my first card that had a little mess up in it. Next, I am going to start adding the detail stamping on top. We have our outline stamp for the note card. We have the beautiful soft stenciling just kind of down in that lower right corner of each planner card. Now I'm going to do the check off boxes down the side. And again, tone on tone. So I'm working within each of these Simon Says Stamp Positively Saturated trios. So they all very coordinated, very beautiful. Then I want to stamp one of the bigger phrases up at the top. Now, I was so excited. This first one, I actually picked Exceptionally Creative. That's my #1 on each of my planner cards because as paper crafters, don't we all want to be exceptionally creative and live exceptionally creative lives? And so I put that right up at the top. And then I thought, oh, you need to think about this better. So I am going to show you guys how to quickly, and the reason I was able to make these so quick, how I was able to quickly stamp all of these. So what I'm going to do first is I'm actually going to take Exceptionally Creative and I'm going to set that aside. I am going to take one of the big phrases, as I mentioned earlier, and there are coordinating dies for this that come with the shaped card, note card. I didn't use them. I'm just going to stamp right on the top of each note card. There's today you're winning at, celebrate the little things, check off as you go, and a list all about you. Wouldn't this be a fun little list for a birthday card to make birthday lists? Honestly, you guys, the possibilities are endless with this set. Think outside the box because I think there are some really super fun things you can do with that. So I am going to kind of rotate some of the bigger phrases up at the top while stamping the checkoff boxes down along the side. And I am doing it upside down because I wanted to have the checkoff box as far away from the side of the MISTI as possible. So that just worked best for this particular design. I'm stamping the phrase with black ink and I'm stamping the checkoff boxes with a colored ink. I like the juxtaposition of both of these types of things so that the text is very legible, but the design elements in the background are kind of what I call softer because they're in a colored ink. And we're going to continue this for each. So I would stamp several with today you're winning at. And then I'm going to stamp several with check off as you go. And then I think I stamped celebrate the little things maybe. I think I maybe didn't do a list that's all about you. To me, that one is absolutely perfect for like a birthday style checklist or something to that effect. So I'm really anxious to use that. Then there are all kinds of all kinds of phrases in this stamp set. Like super smart, my fave, really kind, awesome, my total favorite human. Some of the things like this, perfect for like birthdays or friendship. Really funny, brilliant, exceptionally creative, truly original, nice smelling. That's funny. Brutally honest, so cool, totally gorgeous, completely loved. I love that. And super hot, HAWT, so funny. Anyway, so there's a lot of those. And then there's waking up on time, starting laundry, putting laundry away, taking timely naps, grocery shopping, scrolling on your phone, cooking food, breathing. I think that's funny too. Snacking, also funny. Ordering takeout, working at your job, posting to Instagram, watching YouTube, painting your nails, sleeping 4 to 8 hours, opening wine bottles, being a great human, being a great friend, just being you, calling your bestie, existing on the planet. Also funny. There's also a phrase that I think is awesome. Sometimes it's the little victories that give us the strength to keep moving forward. And I think that's great for someone who maybe is struggling. So like, you know, today you're winning at, and then you have that down somewhere on there, or maybe even on a card front. Really, really clever. If you guys want to see me turn some of these into birthday cards or make some additional ones into birthday cards, let me know down below. So here's what I chose to do. I am going to pick all of the phrases I want to use from those that I just read to you. Some work better than others. I kept mine more of that planner mentality, kind of. So more things like waking up on time, starting laundry, cooking dinner, you know, things like that. And I want to figure out the order. So you can see me laying them out here. Now, if I was to line each of these up with the lines of the little planner card, it's not going to fit. The stamped outline is not going to fit. And I don't want to have to line them up each and every time. And I think even if you were using a mini MISTI, you would be able to do what I'm going to do right here. So I'm figuring out my placement and I'm lining up every other one on the top. Just like so. Ignore those out to the side for a minute. I'm going to stamp the ones that are on the card in black ink. Look how awesome that is. And then I'm going to move it down to another corner, or if you're using the mini MISTI, to the other side. And I'm going to line up the rest of these. What you're going to end up doing is stamping it twice, and you're going to have every single greeting. That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. You're going to have 10 of these stamped perfectly. I literally was able to go through and just stamp. And what I got smart doing was I would put one note card up at the top and one at the bottom. or if you're doing a smaller MISTI, the mini MISTI side by side, you could do them side by side, ink it all up and stamp it all at one time. I mean, and then just flip flop. And you're able to stamp a whole bunch of these so quickly. So you could even make some of these as gifts. I mean, I was so tickled when I saw how well this worked. So let's go ahead and put one at the top, one at the bottom, because all of our note cards are going to be the same from here on out. Super quick and easy. And then we just flip flop and stamp again. And this is how I quickly and easily created a set of noted planner cards. The final thing I'm going to do is there is like a little star, a little check mark, and a heart. They're teeny tiny in this set and perfect for like checking off your list if you wanted to. Like I think it would be fun to put being a great human or being a great friend or something and putting a heart by it. I think that would be so fun. But I am going to actually put that down at the very bottom. In that bottom part of the checklist, there isn't a checkbox. And I put being a great human down there so that I could put the little heart next to it. And I'm going to stamp that in the rose colored ink or peony, rose or peony, down there at the bottom on each. And I used an acrylic block. I did not take that teeny tiny stamp and try to line it up with the MISTI. Sometimes I think those tiny stamps are very hard to get lined up correctly. And so it was much easier to just take a tiny acrylic block. It's like a maybe 1 by 1 or something. I don't know how big it is. It's a small one I've had forever. And I am just going to stamp that little heart in the corner. And that is going to be it, guys. Just like that. So cute, so fun. I hope this has inspired you to maybe think outside the box and create something fun like these little cards. It was a quick and easy project, and I absolutely love these. Thank you guys so much for joining me today for these noted planner cards featuring the Simon Says Stamp brand new products from the July 2023 release. The supplies I used are listed and linked below the video here on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining me today for another paper crafting tutorial. I love being able to share with this incredible community of crafters. I want to give a huge shout out and special thank you to my amazing Patreon members. If you're interested in joining Patreon, please click the link in the description underneath the video here on YouTube. Patreon is a private community where you can support more of what I do. There's exclusive content, you'll receive a handmade birthday card from me during your birthday month, monthly lives for my top tier patrons, and more. We would love to have you join our growing community. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel, click the like button, and don't forget to click the notification bell so you're always notified when I have a video or go live. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you again next time.